Hi, everyone. Today we're going to continue natural disasters, our module 3. We're going to continue reading the text, Hurricanes, The Science Behind Killer Storms by Alvin and Virginia Silverstein and Laura Silverstein Nunn. Our learning target for today is I can explain features such as insets, timelines, and sidebars to support understanding. So that means we're going to really look at the text features that are included within our text. So when we're talking about text features, we're thinking about introductions, prefaces, forewords, headings, subheadings, which will tell us the topic of each section, references, bibliographies, and acknowledgments, glossaries, different type styles that they use in the text. But our real main focus is going to be graphic features today. They're visuals such as diagrams, illustrations, graphs, charts, maps, timelines that help explain ideas in the text. So we really want to figure out why did they include this and how will it help us? Because graphic features are there to really help the reader understand more about what's going on. So there's a phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And that's very much true when it comes to informational texts. An author can describe something through their words, but if we can just see it in a graphic feature, it helps us really understand the connection between the words and the images. So we can look at diagrams, which help us understand the components of an object. We can look at charts and graphs, which help us understand numbers associated with a topic. Maps show us where something is taking place, and timelines help put it into a bigger context of like, this is what was going on in the time, and here's where this fits in within the larger time period. We're going to continue in our book on page 223. Why do hurricanes swirl around in a circle? Winds start blowing in a straight direction, but they curve because the Earth moves as it spins on its axis. This is known as Coriolis effect. The faster the winds blow, the more they curve. In a hurricane, winds blow so fast they form spirals. In the northern hemisphere, the winds in a hurricane blow counterclockwise. In the southern hemisphere, they move clockwise. Where do hurricanes start? The winds that blow over the tropical oceans are typically easterlies, winds that blow from east to west. Thunderstorms that develop in low-pressure areas disturb this wind flow, producing a wave-like movement. Meteorologists call it an easterly wave or a tropical wave. About 80% of hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean start in easterly waves over Western Africa. And if we look at this picture, or this map, it says, the shaded areas show where hurricanes form. The arrows represent the path that they often take. The lighter the color of the ocean, the higher the sea surface temperature, which makes sense. If we look at this map, the darkest ocean colors are in the Arctic Ocean and down by Antarctica. So that's where we have really cold ocean temperatures, which if we think about what do we know about the North Pole and Antarctica, it matches with what we understand. And if we look at the center of the map, what kind of places do we get? I see that South America is in this central area, and I know that we have rainforests. The Amazon rainforest is in South America. And if we look at the rest of this, I see that Mexico is in this central area. Florida is really close to the tropics. So these are all warm kind of tropical places that we think of that are close to the equator. So this is where the warmest oceans are. And what did we learn yesterday about what hurricanes need in order to grow? Warm ocean water. Naming hurricanes. Every year, meteorologists use a special alphabetical list of names for hurricanes. Different lists are used for hurricanes in the Atlantic and Pacific regions. The names are common first names in the languages of the regions where the storms strike. Hurricane names are retired or no longer used if a named storm causes a tremendous amount of damage or loss of many lives. Katrina, for example, will never be used again. Are big hurricanes more powerful than small ones? Not always. Hurricane Andrew, which hit southern Florida in 1992, was the second most destructive hurricane in U.S. history. But it was fairly small, measuring only 60 miles across, compared to the average hurricane, which covers an area of 300 miles wide. When is hurricane season? Hurricanes usually form at a certain time of year, known as the hurricane season. Since hurricanes need warm, moist air to form, they usually develop during the summer and autumn months. The Atlantic hurricane season is from June 1st to November 30th. The hurricane season for the Northeast Pacific is May 15th to November 30th. This satellite image of Hurricane Katrina shows the storm centered over Louisiana on August 29, 2005. And if we look at the image, we see that the distance across Hurricane Katrina is almost the same length of the state of Florida. It is a huge storm. This towering mass of white clouds is part of Hurricane Katrina's eye wall, the area around the central eye. The strongest winds are found in the eye wall. The picture was taken on August 28, 2005, from a Hurricane Hunter airplane. A historic home was damaged September 24, 2005, by a tree downed by Hurricane Rita at Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. And we're going to really focus on those 3 pages of images and really think about why did the author include those text features to help the reader understand more about hurricanes.